Looking for projects for your academics? Need help with your project? Want any pre-built project? Then you are at right place. Welcome to my channel, Project Solutions Hub. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a B.Tech CSE student just starting out, or even if you're a self-taught beginner looking for a simple yet effective project to build your foundational web development skills, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to walk through building a quote generator, a classic project that touches upon HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, perfect for understanding the basics. So, what is a quote generator? It's a simple web application that displays a random inspirational or famous quote, along with its author. With a click of a button, you can instantly get a new quote. It's interactive, visually appealing, and most importantly, it teaches you core concepts that are essential for any web developer. Let's break down the code, starting with our index, HTML file. HTML, or hypertext markup language, is the backbone of our web page. It defines the structure and content. Inside the head section, we have crucial meta tags like charset =, UTF-8 for character encoding, and viewport for responsive design, ensuring our app looks good on any device. We also give our page a title, Quote Generator, which appears in the Browser tab. Notice this script tag. This is where we link to the Tailwind CSS CDN. Tailwind is a utility-first CSS framework that makes styling our web page incredibly easy and efficient. Instead of writing custom CSS from scratch for every element, we use predefined classes to apply styles. Below that, we have a small style block for some custom CSS. Here, we're setting the default font family to Inter for a modern look, a light gray background color for the body, and using Flexbox properties display, flex, justify content, center align items, center, and min height, 100 VH, to perfectly center our quote box on the screen, both horizontally and vertically. We also add some padding and set box sizing for better layout control. This quote container style is critical for responsiveness. We set a max width of 600 pixels, but crucially, width, 100%. This means the container will take up 100% of the available width on smaller screens, but won't grow larger than 600 pixels on larger screens, ensuring a good user experience across various device sizes. Now, let's move to the body section, which holds all the visible content of our web page. Our entire content is wrapped inside this div with the quote container class. Here, you can see Tailwind in action. Classes like BG P8 for padding, Rounded XL for rounded corners, Shadow LG, and FlexGall Item Center Text Center are all Tailwind utilities that quickly style our quote box, making it look clean and modern. We also added Transform Transition, all duration 300 hover, scale 105 to give a subtle hover effect, making it feel more interactive. Inside this container, we have a block quote element with their ID = quote text. This is where our actual quote will be displayed. Tailwind classes like Text3XL, font semi-bold, text gray 800, MB6 margin bottom, italic, and leading relaxed style the text to be large, bold, dark, italic, and well-spaced. Right below it, a P tag with ID = quote author will display the author's name. Similar Tailwind classes are used here for styling the author's text. And finally, the star of the show, our Generate New Quote button with ID = new quote BTN. We've given it a beautiful BG gradient noir, background gradient from blue to indigo, text white, ample padding, rounded full corners, and shadow effects. The hover and focus states are also styled to provide visual feedback when interacting with the button. This is where the magic happens. Now for the brains of our operation, JavaScript. This script tag at the end of our body is where all our dynamic functionality lives. First, we define a JavaScript array named quotes. This array holds multiple objects, and each object represents a single quote. Each object has two properties, quote, the text of the quote, and author, who said it. We have 30 different quotes here, making sure you get a good variety. Next, we get references to our HTML elements using document. Get element by id. We grab quote text, quote author, and new quote BTN. This allows us to manipulate these elements directly from our JavaScript code. The core logic is encapsulated within our generate quote function. Inside this function, We calculate a random index using math. Random and math floor. Math. Random gives us a random decimal number between 0, inclusive, and 1, exclusive. Multiplying it by quotes length gives us a number suitable for an index within our array. Math floor then rounds it down to the nearest whole number, ensuring we get a valid integer index. We then use this random index to access a random quote object from our quotes array. Finally, we update the text content property of our quote text and quote author elements to display the newly selected quote and its author. We add quotation marks around the quote for presentation. This line, new quote BTN, add event listener click, generate quote, is crucial for interaction. It tells our button, hey, whenever someone clicks on you, execute the generate quote function. This is how we make our button functional. And finally, we call generate quote once outside the function and event listener. This ensures that when you first load the page, a random quote is already displayed, so the user doesn't see an empty screen. And there you have it, a complete, beginner-friendly quote generator. This project helps you understand HTML structure, how to build the layout of a web page, CSS styling with Tailwind, how to make your page look good and be responsive, JavaScript DOM manipulation, how to interact with your HTML elements dynamically, arrays and randomness, how to store data and pick random elements from it. This is an excellent stepping stone for more complex projects. You can expand it by adding a Share on Twitter button, allowing users to submit their own quotes, or even fetching quotes from an external API. The possibilities are endless. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more beginner-friendly projects, and let me know in the comments what other projects you'd like to see. Happy coding! Thanks for watching. Keep learning with Project Solutions Hub. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.